About a tough situation. Count, weather, delivery, stuff. The first thing you think about is what? Huh? No. Geez, we said it 4 times today. What is the single most important thing you think about when you got 2 strikes, the wind blowing in?
Hit up the middle.
Huh?
Hit up the middle.
That's right. Hit it hard up through the middle. All right. Okay. You guys ain't dumb. Go ahead.
Did you ever bat against Satchel and Paige, and how did you do against them?
When I was your age, you're less than you, 14. You're 15, 16? When I was 13, I saw Satchel Paige pitch. And he was a young pitcher that had been in the Black League, and everybody was starting to hear about him in California. And I was just entering high school. I was 14. Just entering high school, and I wanted to see this guy pitch. And I waited at the dressing room for him to come out. He was a tall, thin guy, and he was skinny, and he had to go up and walk, you know. And I saw him pitch, and he could throw the ball hard. And he had a beautiful delivery. And I saw him pitch. Now, 15 years later, I'm hitting against Satchel Paige. And all I kept thinking about, now he's getting to be an old guy now, way past his prime. And all I kept thinking about, boy, this guy was a great pitcher. Gee. And before I knew it, I had gone 0 for 4 against Satchel Paige. And then I said, to hell with Satchel Paige. I did get a few hits, but I never hit him that good. Go ahead. Fastball right there. I could hit that one. Right there.
Do you feel you would have been a great ball player if you lived in the Northeast instead of California?
If what?
If you lived in the Northeast.
No, I was lucky that I lived in California because, you know, you can have natural ability, you can have all the desire in the world, you might be smart, have everything going. But if you don't get a chance to develop them talents, it never happens. And that was the great thing about me living in California, that I lived from here to the clubhouse, the playground. They had lights. I played every day. Every afternoon I was playing pepper. At night I was playing softball sometimes, but always hitting, always hitting, always hitting. So I had opportunity, and you certainly have to have that. And that's the reason Harmon Killebrew's record is so great. He hit more home runs than any right-hand hitter in American League history. And he was born in Idaho, and I know they don't play too much baseball in Idaho. Maybe 3 months a year, yes.
It's true that when you hit the ball, you know the exact spot on the ball where you hit it?
Oh, I didn't know that. I knew where I hit it on the bat, but not on the ball. All right, I knew where I hit it in the bat, certainly. And if you're in a good groove while you're hitting it right within 3 or 4 inches all the time. Maybe a little foul or a little grounder, but you're hitting it right in that hot spot on the bat, right there. Okay, yes.
Isn't it quicker to hold the bat on angle than something to the ground?
Good question. Now, come on up here a minute. The question is, isn't it quicker to hold the ball, to hold the bat, horizontal to the ground as against vertical to the ground? Now, we're going to pull a little experiment. You hold this bat. Now, you get up here to play. That's it. Now, that's right. Now, you hold the bat the way you felt it's the quickest. Well, that ain't horizontal. That's kind of 45 degrees. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Now, let's do what you were talking about. Let's hold the bat horizontal to the ground. Horizontal. All right, just hold it there like you're going to hit. Don't swing, but look at the pitcher, like you do. Now, just think about it as I talk to you. Feel the weight of the bat. Feel it. Just move your hand just a little bit and kind of feel the weight of the bat. Feel the weight of the bat. Now, put the bat horizontal. All right. Now, does it feel any different? Feels lighter, he says. Now, that was a feel that I liked. I liked the lighter feel. Now, I also like the fact, put it horizontal again. I kept my bat horizontal. My position was right there. Now, the reason I like the horizontal position is it's pretty hard to hold the bat horizontal without moving your elbow out. Try it without moving your elbow out. All right, you got your right elbow out. Put your Isn't it harder to keep it up that way? That doesn't feel good, does it?
No.
I felt to keep it up again. Now that's the natural what you want to do. I felt like that give me a little start, plus my hip action, right? And that's the reason I held it that way. Now anything we talk about here today, I can tell you why I did it. I have to tell you why I put it in the book. Because it gave me results. And I was conscious of what I was doing, and as I played, I had a chance to even analyze it, to study it more, and observing other players. But that was the reason I liked the bat up. It felt lighter. I felt because it felt lighter, I get a better start. And I could get that one little movement in there from here. You put your arm like that, keep the bat up straight. Doesn't feel good, does it? You got to get it out here a little bit. And I felt that that would give me a little bit of a start. Good question. Okay, yeah. You. Good looking guy.
How do you get power out of a contact swing?
Well, now that's a pretty good question but you can get power out of a compact swing. The most important thing about hitting the ball hard is proper timing, right? You can have a hellacious, big, powerful swing and hit them here and hit them here and hit them down there, and not too much happens. But you get a guy that consistently bow right on the end of the bat, right on the perfect part of the bat, boom, right on the perfect part of the bat. He's gonna ring some balls, and so it's timing. So why is compact better? Because it's quicker. You're not going to be fooled as often because you're going to have longer to wait, right? And you're going to be making consistent, good, solid contact with the ball. Okay? New man, right there.
Of all the Major League ball players, who do you think are some of the better hitters?
Today?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I'll miss someone I talk to you, but certainly Smith has been an outstanding hitter. Britt's been an outstanding hitter over the last few years. Carew has proven that he's been a real good hitter. Yastrzemski's been a real good hitter. Boggs is starting to prove he's a real good hitter. Rose has been a pretty good hitter, but he has a lot of longevity that's helping his statistics. He's a 300 hitter. And I mentioned Yastrzemski's a 282 hitter, but he hits with power. So you have to, and over the years, he's had longevity. He has proven that he's a pretty good hitter. I think that Hernandez with the Mets is a good hitter. I think that who? Johnny Bench was a good, strong hitter. Not an average hitter, but a good, strong, productive hitter. He's a productive hitter. Okay, here we go. Who else? Right over there. Right this guy, right. I've asked you. Who else? That's the boy right there. L.A. What does that stand for?
What?
What's the L.A. on the hat for?
Dodgers.
Oh, okay, go. I can't hear you. Stand up.
How many home runs do you think you would have hit if you weren't in the Air Force?
Oh, I don't know. You know, you might say, well, I averaged so many home runs and I lost those years, and I might have hit that many, so you don't know. Okay, over there.
Did you ever regret playing in Boston instead of New York?
No, I didn't. I love playing in Boston. At one time, I thought, well, I'd like to be someplace where the fence was shorter. But there's advantages playing in a longer park and disadvantages playing in a shorter park. I'd have walked more times if I'd have played in a shorter park. Wouldn't have got as many good balls to hit because my career proves that, or anybody's career, that when you get in them short parks, you walk more. You don't get as many balls to hit. They pitch tougher because you're the guy that's going to be the real threat in that ballpark. And in Fenway, we had some right-hand hitters, and they said, well, you got to pitch to somebody, you know. Yes?
You advocate taking a few pitches the first time you see a pitcher, but you also say you should get a good ball to hit. Well, in the age of relievers, where you might see 2 or 3 pitchers and 4 at bats, and the situation might, come up with you hitting the ball. The first pitch is generally a good pitch to hit.
All right, to start with, not all of them are going to be strikes, right? 50% of them are going to be balls. If I'm going up to hit a new pitcher who's coming in to pitch to me in the 9th inning, and I'm the first guy up, I can watch him throw 8 pitches. Or if I'm the second hitter, I can watch him throw 8 pitches. And if I'm the 3rd or 4th pitcher, I can ask somebody on the bench. How fast is he? So there's a lot of things you can do to help yourself in that one certain situation. Yes, yeah. Toughest park to hit out of. Well, I really don't know. I hit 300 in all of them, and I think when the wind's blowing in, there can be some tough parts. Go ahead. No, he's been an outstanding player, and he was been there a long time. Yes, Ralph.
Yeah, what should be the action of the head during the swing? Because some of these new theories, I guess the head.
Yeah, boy. You shouldn't move your head during the swing, and you shouldn't keep your head off the ball. Now, if I'm looking at that pitcher out there, I'm looking for the ball, and I'm going to make my decision to swing or not swing when the ball is about from here to that guy right there. What's your name, son? Yeah. What's your name?
Kevin Wade.
Kevin?
Yeah.
All right, right there, Kevin. About 20 feet. Now, I see the ball coming, and I'm seeing it at 20 feet. Now I decide I'm going to swing. I swing, but I'm swinging at 20 feet here, where I think I'm going to make contact with the ball. Now, it's impossible for me to focus from there to here as fast as that ball's coming. So I really don't focus on the ball. I focus to it from that pitcher to about there. But I've made up my mind where I'm going to hit that ball. Now, I'm looking out here. Now they want you to swing and then look back. You can't follow through. You can't do anything. That's silly. It's silly. Does it sound logical? Is it silly? Huh? Oh, boy. Go ahead. What are you, a newspaper man?
I'm a former camper.
Are you? Are you? Good.
Thomas Thompson. Ted.
Yeah, how for crying out loud? How are you?
Not too bad.
You have a 3-0 pitch. Do you think it's better to take the pitch or to swing at it?
Well, I think more times than not it's better to take it. Because the chance of getting a walk, and don't forget a walk is pretty near as good as a base hit. It makes the pitcher throw a lot of balls, gives you a chance to see a lot of pitches. And you might hit a bullet, but it might be right at something. Hitting, you're 1 for 3. But boy, I'll tell you, 3-0, your chance of getting on are better than 1 for 3. Go on.
Were you able to hit the ball any place you wanted to before it came?
Pretty much. I couldn't hit it as hard to left field as I could to right field. Because my stroke wasn't as long. The ball to left field there, hit the ball right field, boom. See, I got a longer stroke, right?
But I mean, as the pitch is coming over, like, did you decide then where exactly?
Yeah, at the last moment, you've heard of the inside-out swing. Here I am, and I see a pitch, and it's going to be by me. I hit it like that, out that way. See, I want to go there, but then I see that I'm full, so I have to go inside out on it, or lay back and push it. Okay. Yep. What's your name, buddy? Tyrone. All right.
How many batting titles do you have?
I think I have 6, but under today's rules, I would have had 8. When I played, they changed the rule because I was up more than 400 physical times at the plate, but I walked 120, so I was only up under 300, so they couldn't give me the title on it, but they've changed that now. If I'm up as many times as 400 times, regardless of how many times, I think it's 430 or 40 when I would have been 450. But still, I was up 400 and, I don't know, 396 one year and walked 120 times. I couldn't qualify and I led the league. Twice that happened. Go ahead. Right here. Now I've asked you, who's another guy? Right there.
Would you like to have used an aluminum bat?
Well, you know that aluminum bat, all the college coaches and high school coaches all claim that the aluminum bat will hit it as far and maybe further than the wood bat. I don't know. I certainly would have experimented with it, I can tell you that. Yes.
When you were naming the great hitters of today, you look at the great hitters of the past, you find that most of them were dominant right-handed who hit left-handed. You think that was because their dominant eye was closer to the pitcher?
Who do you think was dominant right hand and were great left hand hitters?
Weren't you? You're right-handed.
Yeah, I'm one. Mellott, if you consider him a great hitter, and I guess you'd have to.
Well, guys like today, like George Brett, guys like Pete Rose.
I don't call Rose a great hitter. I call him a outstanding player because of his longevity and all that. But
The only point I was trying to make is because your dominant eye, be closer to the pitcher, and your strong arm leading the bat.
Well, before you give me your reasoning, here's Babe Ruth. Cobb should be in my list too.
Right.
There's Lou Gehrig. There's George Sisler. There's Stan Musial. Yeah. Bill Terry. So there's equally as many on the other side. And maybe more. Maybe more. See? So I'm not sure that's a good argument. Right or left or anything. I personally think that the fact that if I'm left-handed, and I got my left hand closer to the knob, I can do more because it's the strongest. If I swing as hard as I can, and I'm predominantly left-handed, my left hand will probably constitute 58% of my total effort and power in that 100% swing. So I've got 42% over here. Now in my case, it happens to be the opposite. I am right-handed. It was my bottom hand, but I still think it's an advantage to have your power hand closer to the head of the barrel. I don't know, it seems logical to me. I asked that same question to Musial and to Slaughter one year, and this was my contention, just like I said. And they both confirmed it. I asked Slaughter, I said, when you're really hitting good, what hand do you feel you're really doing the best? He said, my right hand. He was a right-handed thrower. And Musial come, and I asked Musial, one of the really, truly great hitters, and he said, oh, I feel my left hand's doing. See, so there. Go ahead, buddy.
Why do you have your index finger?
Right here, right here. I don't want to be locked like that. I'm not as free that way. I'm more free kind of pushing it that way, you know? But I got a death grip on it right there, boys. I got a pretty near, I asked Roger Hornsby, one of the, maybe the greatest hitter that ever lived. And he said it's just like a hammer in your bottom hand. And it's the same thing, you know? I feel that's right. Another question. Yes.
What suggestions do you have in selecting a bat?
Selecting a bat. Number one, most important, it's got to feel good to you. It's got to feel light enough. Handle's got to be, it feels good in your hand. But the big thing, this bat feels good to me because it's really light. Now, somewhere along the line, you have to weigh everything. This bat isn't long enough. And if it were long as I want it, with the same amount of weight in wood, it would be